All right, well, good afternoon, everyone. Meteorologist Bo Fogel here doing the afternoon streaming update for our weather. Kind of give you an update on what to expect this weekend. Not much has changed in the forecast. Still expecting beautiful weather to continue, but we are going to possibly see some gusty winds tomorrow as a cold front comes into the area. But really, that's going to be the only nuisance out of the next 7 to 8 days, where we might see some gusty winds from time to time, but we're still expecting sunshine and comfortable temperatures for a while before we see our next chance of rain by the end of next week. So cutting into our current temperatures right now, we are warming up pretty fast out of the area. We are already at 82 degrees here in Omaha and it is 119, about to be 120. And I just saw Council Bluffs right before I switched over the graphics. They just went up to 82 as well. So we got 82 in downtown Omaha, Council Bluffs, and Millard, Elkhorn at 84, Papillion already at 86. So it's warming up pretty quickly out there, and these kind of temperatures are going to be expected for the next couple of days. Now, it might cool down a little bit tomorrow, but we are still seeing these temperatures bounce back into the mid 80s by next week. So for the rest of today, just expect more of what we're seeing right now. More blue skies, hardly a cloud in the sky, with temperatures in the mid 80s. And then tonight, just more clear skies and temperatures down into the upper 50s and lower 60s. And for Friday Night Fever, it's going to be perfect. We'll see clear, comfortable conditions. Winds will be calm. Nothing to complain about. You won't even need a jacket. It will just be that warm outside, and the humidity will be low. So Friday Night Fever, good to go. If you're going to a high school game, it should be just fine. Here's the reason why. We have high pressure moving over St. Louis as we speak. Well, at least the center of high pressure is moving over St. Louis, and all it's doing is keeping us dry and keeping that warm air around. That warm front to the north of us ain't going to do anything. But what we're going to be tracking is this cold front. This cold front is going to move eastward and move over the metro by tomorrow, and it could cool us down a little bit, but not very much. So you see this cold front starts moving into the area Saturday morning and then moves over the metro by the afternoon. And as it moves closer, it's going to increase our winds and cool us down a little bit. It just depends on when the cold front gets here. If it gets here earlier, then we are going to cool down more than expected. But if it gets here a little bit later, then temperatures will stay in the lower 80s for highs. So just all depends on the timing of this cold front. And then right behind that, high pressure comes right back in, keeping us dry through all of this weekend into most of next week. That low pressure system right there, not going to do anything. But the thing is, the high pressure is going to become almost stationary because of what's happening in the tropics. We got those two tropical systems developing out off the coast of the United States here. I'll pull it over real quick. So you see right here, these two tropical systems are expected to form in the next couple of days. This is actually going to prevent high pressure from moving eastward because these systems are moving along the coast of the United States. So that means that high pressure is going to pretty much become stationary over the Midwest until those tropic systems are done. So that's why we're going to be seeing quiet weather for a while. So here's your weekend forecast. We're going to be seeing mostly sunny skies both days, temperatures in the 80s. And for Saturday, we kept it at 83, but we might cool it down to maybe like 81, 82, depending on when that cold front gets here. Sunday, it is going to feel like summer. It is going to be muggy and temperatures are going to be warm. So feel like temperatures probably going to be in the mid to upper 80s. I don't think we'll reach 90 degrees. I don't think it will be that humid, but it will definitely feel like summer. So here's your forecast for tomorrow. We'll see mostly sunny skies. Actually, we'll see sunny skies all day again. Hardly any clouds, gusty winds from the northwest, and temperatures reaching up to the lower 80s. Here's your forecasted wind gusts for tomorrow. Winds coming in from the northwest, gusting up to about 25 to 30 miles per hour, and it will impact the Crawford Parade, unfortunately. It won't be terrible, but you are going to notice the winds are going to pick up speed a little bit throughout the entire parade. So here you go. Here's your updated Crawford Crawford Parade forecast. Breezy winds throughout the entire thing. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s. So still expecting very nice weather. It's just the gusty winds are going to be a little bit of a nuisance. And then farmers market, we only got a few weekends left of the farmers market, and both days it's going to be very nice. Saturday will be breezy. So if you're like a vendor or something, you're going to have a booth out there, just be aware that the winds are going to pick up speed several times. So, you know, make sure your stuff doesn't get blown away. And then Sunday, it's not going to be breezy, but it will be muggy. So it is going to feel like summer during on Sunday. And then for the 2 Iowa football games, we got Iowa State versus Arizona and then Iowa versus Indiana. Both games also expected to be sunny. It will not be breezy out in eastern Iowa. I think a lot of the breezy winds are going to stay in Nebraska and western Iowa. So if you're going to these games, you should be okay. I'm not expecting very gusty winds for those. Now look at the humidity. Like I said, Sunday will be humid, but right after Sunday, that humidity will decrease back down to the pleasant category. So the muggy conditions not going to last very long. And then looking at your 10-day forecast, not really a whole lot of updates, just more of the same thing that we've been talking about for the past couple of days, where it's just going to be sunny and quiet for a while. Temperatures staying consistent in the mid 80s, and then we'll see those breezy winds on Saturday and Monday. And then next week, from Monday through Thursday, still expecting mostly sunny skies. We will see a little bit more cloud cover from Monday through Thursday, mainly Wednesday and Thursday, but otherwise we'll see quiet weather. And then we're still tracking our next chance of rain coming in at the end of next week, Friday and Saturday. And still looking like we could see some storms during the next Husker game. Hopefully the timing changes and hopefully the rain stays away during the game. But for now, we still have a chance of storms during the Husker game. So it's too bad they're on a bye week, because this weekend is perfect for college football. Now, we actually, believe it or not, October begins next Wednesday, and we're heading into the time of year where we're supposed to start seeing temperatures down into the 40s and seeing highs in the 70s. You obviously can tell we're not going to reach that. On top of that, Monday, September 29th, that day in history is the earliest measurable snowfall ever recorded in Omaha, and that happened back in 1985. We almost got a half an inch of snow on September 29th, 1985. So, yeah, we're coming into that time of year, folks, where, you know, winter might be peeking its head a little bit. For now, though, winter's holding off. We're staying in the summer category for now, and it's looking like it's going to stay a while. But, you know, October, we could transition into the fall and maybe even see a cold blast, but it's too far ahead to determine. Don't want to scare you or anything like that. On top of that, though, we are heading to the time period where we're going to start seeing our first frost. Our average first frost here in the metro is around October 6th. And like I said, October 1st is next Wednesday. So we're heading that time of year. Tacoma, Harlan, Norfolk. Actually, today is your average first frost for Norfolk and Harlan. And then Tacoma, the average first frost is Monday. But obviously, your guys are not going to see your first frost for at least the next 10 days, probably even more than that. So it looks like as we start the month of October, we are going to see well above average temperatures. I'll give you the 10-day forecast one more time before I head off. But the 10-day forecast, warmer than average for quite some time. You know, temperatures are going to be about 10 degrees above average for this time of year. We're supposed to be around 75, 76 degrees for highs, and as you can tell, we're going to be in the mid 80s. So very much warmer than average, very much feeling like summer. And so if you love this weather, get outside and enjoy it. Anything happening outdoors, you will be just fine. So it looks like we'll transition back into more fall-like weather for during the first weekend of October. So that's all the updates I have now, folks. Pretty much repetitive, not a whole lot of updates besides the fact that we will see some breezy winds tomorrow. So keep that in mind if you have anything happening outdoors. But otherwise, I hope everybody's having a good Friday, and hopefully you have a good rest of your Friday. I'll be doing the 3 and the 4 o'clock, and then Chief Meteorologist Emily Roller will be here tonight to do the rest of the shows. So, I just want to let you guys know that there will not be a morning show tomorrow morning. Saturday, September 27th, there will not be a morning show. So, just giving you a heads up. And so, if If I don't hear from you tonight, then I guess I will keep you guys updated tomorrow night. So hopefully everybody has a good rest of your Friday.